and then we can transfer the screen over to you. My name is Yashimeres. I'm here together with my colleagues. Maybe everybody can say hello and say their names quick. John, can we start with you? Do you mind?
Hi, this is John. Nice to meet you all. I'm based in Istanbul. I'm part of the admittance team.
And anyone?
Hi, this is Nazan from
Hello.
California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Hande. I'm from Istanbul. I'm on
Hello.
the administrative side in admissions education.
Mhm.
I'll jump in. I'm Brian, and part of the admittance team. I'm out of Chicago, Illinois. So.
Wow. Okay.
And Vedat Bey, do you want to say hello?
Yes, hi. I'm
Hello.
Vedat. I'm from İzmir.
Okay,
Nice to meet you.
thank you.
Nice to
All
meet
right.
you all.
With that,
Hi,
we'll
this is
we're
Serap.
very happy
Sorry,
to have. Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't
this
see
is
you.
Serap
Serap
from
Hanım,
İzmir also. Yeah.
great to have you.
Hello.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't see you on the screen. You're sitting together, of course. Okay. With that, I'd like to first of all thank Raquel for being here for representing Foscari, which I had the pleasure of visiting a couple months ago. I mean, what a lovely city. I'm sure some of you have been to Venice. There's I mean, it's everybody's tourist dream. It's the one of the most exciting places in the world to visit, but it probably is an amazing experience to be a student there. And I was just really impressed, not only because I got to visit and it's beautiful. She'll show you some visuals and you'll agree with me, but also because I've got a couple students there this year and they're extremely happy with the quality of education. And there's a robust group of English language taught programs. And, the quality is very good. The teaching is phenomenal. And I also know that it represents a very good value. Not to put that in the mix, but it does. So it's a really attractive option for Turkish students. And with that, I'll just transition and put myself on mute if that's all right.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here right now. Thank you for inviting me. My name is Raquel, and I have been working at Ca' Foscari University of Venice for the past, 7, 8 years. So it's been a while. So yes, I'm happy to present you with our academic offer and many other information that I have here for you. So I'm going to share my screen. All right. So, okay. Awesome. Beautiful. So, welcome to Venice and welcome to Ca' Foscari University. This is a picture of our main administration building. We are placed right on the Grand Canal in the city center of Venice. We are a public university and we were founded in 1868 as the first international business school in Italy. And from the very beginning, we were pairing the teaching of economic disciplines and foreign languages. So our name comes from the main of our administrative building, which is this Gothic palace built by one of the most great and famous noble families in Venice. And this is where our name comes from. We are a mid-sized university compared to other Italian universities, and we count around 23,000 students. We have 8 departments divided in 4 main study areas, which are economics and management, science and technology, the humanities, and languages and cultures. This is how we rank compared to other universities around the world, according to the QS University rankings. As you can see, we have quite a few excellencies. One is classics and ancient history, which is in the top 50. Then top 100, we have modern languages, hospitality and leisure management, history. And then top 150, we have anthropology, archaeology, philosophy, and theology and religious studies. You also can see that we are top 200 for linguistics, geography, and economics and econometrics. I would say in general, we are ranked for all of the subjects that we teach. Recently, we have also been accredited by EQUIS for our Department of Management, which is now officially called Venice School of Management. So we have a business school within the university. The EQUIS accreditation comes from the European Foundation for Management Development and is a very prestigious accreditation in that it is awarded to only 1% of business schools worldwide. And it evaluates multiple parameters such as internationalization, the quality of teaching, training opportunities, research, excellence, and so on. So we are very proud of this. Plus, you can actually graduate from a program offered by a business school at public university rates, which is very good for students. We put a lot of emphasis on internationalization. So right now, 30% of our bachelor's degrees are taught in English, and 50% of our master's programs are also taught in English. We are part of this European University Alliance, which is called Utopia, which offers many learning and exchange opportunities for our students. We have more than 500 agreements for academic exchange all around the world. So we have lots of partner universities which host our students for 1 semester or a year. Many of those are in the European Union because, of course, we are part of the Erasmus program, but we also have many university partners overseas. We have more than 60 joint and double degree combinations, a couple of them also at the bachelor's degree level for the bachelor's that we teach in English. More than 170 Marie Skłodowska-Curie Fellows and 11 alumni chapters across the globe. Well, so this is how university education is structured in Italy. All bachelor's degree programs are 3 years long. Then we have 2-year master's degrees and PhD programs that can last usually 3 or 4 years, but 3 is the minimum. Enrolling in a bachelor's degree entails earning at least 180 ECTS, which means 60 per year. I know that you have a similar system in Turkey, even though you have 4-year bachelor's degrees and you need to earn 240 credits to graduate. But yes, I think you are familiar with the ECTS system. And the credits are used to measure the amount of time you devote to your studies. So 1 credit corresponds to 25 hours of work, which can be intended in class, meaning that you are going to attend your lectures, or can be also at home study. This is roughly our academic calendar. We have this division. So economics and management and humanity courses are divided in turns. So you basically end up having 4 exam sessions, 1 at the end of each term, plus 1 extraordinary at the end of August or beginning of September. It's just 1 week. Whereas the courses belonging to the languages and cultures area and that of the science and technology one are divided into semesters. So you attend your lectures, let's say from September to late December, and then you take your exams in January, February. Then you have the second semester from February to late May, and then you have another exam session. So, yeah, I would say that exams are the main means of evaluation. Many professors are actually trying to introduce course activities that give students points when it comes to calculate the final grade for the course. I know that many professors do that as well. Exams can be written, oral, or both. So students must be prepared to talk. I know that in many schools this is not always the case, and I know that many international students, maybe coming from specific countries where oral examinations in high school are not very common, have difficulties then when they arrive at university at Foscari, because yes, it's very common to have oral examinations. Yeah, as I told you, you have multiple exam sessions each year. You have 5 for the courses that are divided in terms, and 3 for the courses that are divided in semesters. Like overall, in a year, you can take the same exam for 5 times. This is explained here. So this is meant to encourage students to improve their grade if they're not satisfied with the one they got in the first place. So exams not passed or passed poorly can be retaken in the following exam sessions. So the system allows for a great level of flexibility, which in turn requires very good time management skills, because you might end up saying, okay, I didn't pass the exam in this exam session, but I'll do it at the next one. And then you postpone it again and again and again to the next year, which you can do. And then maybe you end up being a little bit late with your studies. So that is a potential risk. So this is the risk connected with flexibility. 30 is the highest grade that you can get, and 18 is the minimum. Very strange, I know. I think we are the only ones doing that, but still. And the graduation mark is out of 110. So this is an overview of all of our programs. As you can see, we also offer a foundation year for students who have completed high school, but that for some reason do not have the prerequisites to be directly eligible for a bachelor's degree at higher education institution in Italy. We have some regulations that we receive from our Ministry of University and Research. So, for example, for some foreign higher education qualifications, we have some more requirements. So now we have 23 bachelor's degrees, and 7 of them are taught in English. And then we also have 41 master's degrees, 18 are taught in English. We also offer professional master's programs. They are different from standard, let's say, master's degrees in that they do not lead to PhD studies. So academic master's degrees allow you to go for PhD studies afterwards, but this is not the case for professional master's programs. And then we have 16 PhDs, 9 are taught in English. Here I have a couple of slides about the foundation year, but for the moment, maybe I'd like to skip them and have your questions later if you think that some of your students might need this program. So I'll go directly to the slides of our bachelor's degrees. As I said while chatting before the beginning of the webinar, So we have a program in archaeology, which is called Ancient Civilizations for the Contemporary World. As you can see, we said before, we are ranked for classics and ancient history, top 50 in the world. And this is a program that we have built together with the State University of Milan, which is now the administrative seat. Then we have philosophy, international and economic studies. From the name, you can understand that it's very interdisciplinary in character. Ranked the top 150 for philosophy and top 200 for economics and econometrics. And for this program, we also have a double degree option with the University of Groningen in the Netherlands. We then offer business administration, which is EQUIS accredited, economics and business in our Department of Management, digital management, which is also EQUIS accredited because it belongs to our Danish School of Management, hospitality, innovation, and e-tourism. This is a program that we have built together with the Italian School of Hospitality, which is providing all of the contacts in the industry. And this is very important in that almost 1/3 of the program is dedicated to internships. So we have the Italian School of Hospitality, which is providing good contacts to have our students have these internships both in Italy and abroad, and also help them to find a job after graduation. And new from last year, we have computer science with a focus on data science. Here I put a slide with all of the other bachelor's degree programs that we offer. Of course, they are entirely taught in Italian, so knowledge of Italian, at least at the B2 level, is mandatory for enrollment. But this is just for you to know that if you have students who know Italian and would like to enroll in a program taught in this language, then they also have these other possibilities. I would say, yeah, mainly in the field of the humanities, we have philosophy, humanities history, conservation and management of arts and cultural activities. Then we have 3 programs in the field of languages and cultures. We teach more than 40 different foreign languages at Foscari, both, I would say, European, Western languages, but also we teach Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Turkish as well, Arabic, Persian. So you can choose from among, around 40 languages again. Then, yeah, all of our science and technology programs are taught in Italian at the bachelor's level, whereas they are taught in English at the master's level. And then we have a few programs in the field of economics and management. So all of our programs include 12 elective credits that students can choose to attend in any other department or bachelor's degree program that we have at Foscari. So they can, virtually all courses are accessible. So for example, a student that is studying economics can choose to do his 12 elective credits in computer science, let's say. So he or she will go to the lectures at the scientific campus and then take his or her exam there. They can also register additional credits if there are subjects that they are very interested in without paying additional fees. There is a maximum number of credits that you can put in your study plan in this way. But I think it's around 24, but it really depends on the program. Students have an obligatory curricular internship that they can decide if they want to do in Italy or abroad. And And yes, we also offer them additional learning opportunities if they enroll in our international college, which is our honors college. We also offer minors since I think we have been offering them for the past 4 or 5 years. These are multidisciplinary paths for undergraduate students, and they are made up of 3 courses of 6 ECTS each, so 18 in total, that students can choose from among the minors that we offer, and they are encouraged to choose a minor that, of course, has, I would say, virtually nothing to do with their main bachelor's degrees. Currently, these are the minors that we teach in English, energy, climate change and environmental risk, and gender studies. We offer courses of Italian language and culture to all our international students. The first module is free of charge, whereas the following ones are to be paid, but the students can access a very favorable discounted rate. So each module is like 70 to 80 hours long, and the overall price is around 100 euros. So it's very convenient. We have courses on Italian culture, art, and history at our School for International Education, which is also hosting our international summer schools, including the one that we have with Harvard. And we also are part of the Venice International University, which is a consortium of around 40 universities located in Venice, where students can take a few courses and then have them inserted in their study plan. So they get credits and a mark for them. This is a very broad map of our exchange opportunities. As I said at the very beginning, we have partner universities for both exchange agreements and double degree combinations virtually on every continent. Maybe Africa could be like a territory to explore in this sense, because most of our agreements are in Europe, I would say Asia, and then in the Americas. But yes, we are covering pretty much all the world. Okay, so here I have a map of our campuses. So we are, the university's main seat is in the city center of Venice. And in Venice, we also have 3 of our campuses: the economic campus, the humanities campus, and the linguistic campus. Then in Mestre, we have the scientific campus. Mestre is located, I would say, 10 minutes far from Venice. The 2 cities are always connected day and night with trains, buses, and even a tram. Then we have a few courses in Treviso. Here, Treviso seems very, very far from Venice, but it's not. I live in Treviso, for example, and I commute every day. It takes me around 30 to 40 minutes with the train. And then we have our H-Farm campus in Roncade. Here I have a few pictures of our campuses. So as you can see, everything is pretty nice and well maintained. We try to invest a lot to enlarge student campuses as much as we can, to allow them to have more space, libraries, and lecture halls. And I have also enclosed here a typical student's profile for success. So this is the things that I listed with Christina. So genuine self-motivated curiosity to learn and desire to delve deeper. We are a research university. We are very interdisciplinary. So if you're curious, potentially there is an entire world to explore. A strong sense of independence, in that, yes, we are a public university. You know that compared to other universities around the world, for example, in the United States, or I would say maybe the northern countries of Europe, we have maybe less services. And also this encourages students to, yes, to be independent, to go and look up for things by themselves. A capacity for processing large amounts of information and interdisciplinary thinking. Interdisciplinarity is part of virtually every degree program that we offer. And you get to learn lots of information during lectures, and to also have lots of things to study at home on your own. So it is very important that you actually make the switch from high school, where everything is taught in the class, and the university, where you are encouraged also to read materials on your own and maybe speak about what you read in the class. And as I said at the beginning, a capacity for both oral and written communication, because exams are both oral and written. International students, more specifically, are encouraged to have a proactive and problem-solving nature. Also, they are in a foreign countries, their family is not there, so this requires them to be a little more self-sufficient, and a willingness to learn Italian. Even if per se it's not necessary for the university experience, in that if they enroll in an English taught program, then of course they are not required to learn Italian. But I would say that learning Italian and knowing the language at least at the, I would say, A1, A2 level will prove very useful during their stay. And also if they think about maybe staying in Italy after their graduation, which is something that they can do, of course, they will benefit from their knowledge of the local language. This is a very hot topic, which is housing. I get many questions about housing all year long. So my main suggestion is to apply early and start looking for housing early. So finding housing in Venice is of course possible, but you need to move early. End of May, beginning of June, that is already a good time to start looking for housing. We accommodate students in student residences, which can be managed by the regional government or some privates, and then in shared private apartments. These are a couple of pictures from our Santa Marta campus residence, which is located in the historic city center of Venice. It has 650 beds, green common areas, a gym, and also a restaurant. And this is the residence that we have just beside the economic campus, with 220 beds. So this is also in the historic city center of Venice. And it also features a rooftop terrace. This is how we help students finding a room in a private apartment. We make use of our housing office, which offers professional assistance with finding the right accommodation in Venice. they use this website, which is called Student, where you can filter the available rooms or apartment according to, for example, what are you looking for? If you're looking for an entire apartment for yourself or just a room, if you are okay with staying in a double room, so you want to have a roommate, should be a boy or a girl. And then you are offered all of the options below. So they support you with again finding the place you're looking for. They support you in signing a fair and clear rental agreement, which is in Italian. So you need someone to help you out with that. And for non-EU students, they also give you a letter attesting the rental agreement, and because you might need it for the visa request process. If the service is rendered successfully, there is a 175 euro fee to be paid. But overall, I would say that it is a good deal. Most of all, if you think that, yes, that the contract is in Italian, you are looking for accommodation when you're not yet in the city, so you do need some help. These are a few of the services that we offer to international students upon arrival. We help them with all of the things that might need for immigration purposes. So we provide them with the Italian fiscal code, which is fundamental to do many things, such as, for example, opening a bank account. We help them with requesting their permit of stay, and we open for them a bank account, and they also receive a card that they can also use as a student badge. We organize for them an international welcome week with orientation and social activities, and we have a buddy program which pairs a current Foscari student with someone who has just arrived. So new students can ask their buddy to help them navigate around the city and the university. We also have campus tutors. These are senior students who make their knowledge of the university available to new students for the entire first semester, to the end of the first exam session. So they provide information about administrative procedures and deadline, which is very useful if you just came, and how to build and fill out your study plan, indication about exam sessions and how to prepare for them. And they also provide information about services for students with disabilities. We also have counseling services for students, psychological counseling for students in difficulty, consultations regarding techniques and efficiency regarding studies, and also counseling about reassessing your academic paths and choices, because maybe somehow you have chosen the wrong path. We already spoke about the fact that internships are compulsory within each and every bachelor's and master's degree program. And to help students finding the right place for them for their internship, we have a big database with more than 10,000 agreements for internships and work placements, both in Italy and abroad. Students can even add to the list their favorite company, for example. Maybe they know a company they really like in their home country, and they would like to do their internship there. This is also possible. They just need to put us in contact with the company so that we can sign the necessary paperwork, and then they can go and carry out their internship there. Non-EU students can work regularly up to 20 hours per week, so they can have a regular part-time job without the need to ask for any additional work permit. And they can stay in Italy for up to 1 year after their graduation with the purpose of seeking a job. Of course, if they find a job, they can even stay longer. But if they don't have a job, they can stay for up to 1 year. Yes, so a few words about our career service. Here we have our colleagues that offer help with everything that matters, national and international internships. As you can see, we have in total 3,600 internships per year. They also offer career development and guidance, and they build business partnerships and recruiting. A few words about life beyond the classroom. I'll go quick here. I see that my time is almost finished. So this is our theater. This is one of the places where we carry out this beautiful festival, which is called Incrocio di Civiltà, which I would roughly translate into, I don't know, civilizations crossings, even though the translation is very bad, I know. This is a literary festival that we hold in Venice each year. And of course, our professors of foreign languages and cultures are very much involved in that. We invite hosts from all over the world to participate to this festival. They are poets and so on. We also organize the Art Night in Venice with the collaboration of the municipality. Here you have a few pictures of our Foscari Short Film Festival, which is a short film festival, but the particular detail is that it is completely organized by our students. And these are some of the sports and clubs that we have. We have ISN. We have a sports center, which is Cruz Venezia. We have the Venice Diplomatic Society, HIASEC, and students also have the possibility of funding their own club. This is also possible. A few pictures about Venice in all seasons. All space is social in that you don't have streets and cars in Venice, so you go everywhere walking or with water buses. So you meet a lot of people along the way. You have access to the beach in the summer. Of course, the city hosts many international events, such as the Biennale of Art, the Biennale of Architecture, the Venice Film Festival, and local festival also, such as, for example, the Carnival and the Redentore in mid-July. Here I have a few practical details about tuition fees and scholarship opportunities. So as you can see from this scheme, students that pay the most are actually Italian and other EU students, Turkish students, as well as students coming from non-EU OECD countries, such as, for example, the United States, Australia, Japan, Mexico, and so on, would pay 2,100 euros per year for almost all of the programs. We have 3 exceptions. One is digital management, which has a fee of 8,000 and almost 500 euros. The bachelor's degree in hospitality, which is almost 7,000 euros, and the bachelor's degree in ancient civilization for the contemporary work. The fee is decided by the State University of Milan, which is the administrative seat of the program, and is about 4,200 euros. We offer scholarships to high achieving international students for the 25-26 academic year. We will offer 8 scholarships of 10,000 euros each per year for 3 years. So students can potentially cover the whole duration of their program. As I said, we also have a honors college, which is called Foscari International College. They offer many subsidies, and also they cover accommodation. So they welcome each year 12 new bachelor's degree students, to whom they give a voucher that covers the annual tuition fees, the supplementary college educational program that students select at the beginning of the year, lectures and tutoring at the college, and accommodation for 10 months in the Santa Marta residential complex, which is, you saw the pictures before in the presentation. About living expenses, we recommend international students to have around 800 to 900 euros per month minimum. And here you also have a breakdown of the monthly expenses. As always, what you might spend depends on where and how you choose to live. So this budget might be higher or lower. So you need to plan ahead. I have, yes, here, general admission requirements for bachelor's degrees. So a valid high school diploma obtained after at least 12 years of schooling. B2 level knowledge of English for all of the programs that are taught in English. And eventually B2 level knowledge of Italian, if you have students who wish to study a program which is taught in Italian, and the B1 level knowledge of English is also required. Yes, all English taught bachelor's degree programs have an entry test, which is different depending on the program. I would skip this actually because it's already, I've already talked for 45 minutes. But if you have questions about specific admission requirements for IBDP holders or students who have an American high school diploma or a GCE, I can, of course, answer to all of your questions in a few seconds. We collect applications from international students via this platform, apply.univa.it. Everything takes place on the platform, so no paper documents are needed until students come in person in Venice. On the main page of the platform, you have a news and information section, which is very useful to learn and keep you up to date with all the opportunities that we offer. And all of the programs have a page such as this one that you see in the picture, dedicated to economics and business, for example. And here you can find all of the possible information about the program. Okay.
Couple of good questions came through as you were explaining.
Yeah.
One is you do accept the IELTS, I presume, and TOEFL, because you have your
Yes,
own
we do.
English exam as well. Onun için son sorunun cevabı Rüzgar Çetinap. Evet. And the other good question is,
but we do accept them for like just to prove the knowledge of English, of course.
yeah, that's right.
Okay.
O
Not as
zaman-
entry tests.
That's correct. Anladınız değil mi? İngilizce seviyesini ispat etmek için IELTS tabii ki. Okay. Another good question is, in the English programs, do you have I'm sure you do quantity restrictions on international students you can admit. And how large are those particular programs you mentioned in the beginning?
Well, it depends on the program actually, because yes, you need this is actually written on each program page
Okay.
on our website. We need to differentiate between EU students and non-EU students.
Mhm.
So, for example, for philosophy, international and economic studies, we have 150 spots in total, and 30 are for non-EU students alone. Then, for example, we might have many other international students, but they are EU students, so they compete for a spot together with all the Italian applicants.
Okay.
Yeah.
And somebody's asking for the business administration, what is the minimum TOLC exam score required? Is 14 enough, they're saying?
Well, it depends, meaning that there is not a minimum score that you need to have in order to be admitted. The thing is that all of the students that are seeking admission for that program will present their TOLC result, and they will be ranked according to their score. So the higher your score, the more possibilities you have to get a place in the program.
Okay.
But nobody will be excluded because, for example, he got just 2 points on the test.
Great questions keep coming in. So I'm gonna just take a step back for this next one. And İngilizce anlattığım için özür dilerim. Vakit kaybediyor ama anlıyorsunuzdur diye assume ediyorum. Can you go through your rounds of admission? If you did, I missed it. I was trying to administer people coming in and out.
I didn't. We will do it together.
And can you, when you do that, can you comment on any recommendations on when to apply, where their chances will be optimal, if that makes sense? Thank you.
So this is our okay. So this is our main application platform, as I was telling you right now. Okay, we will change nationality. We will say
Turkey.
Yes, correct. Please select your nationality when you arrive on the platform, since many of the information that you will see actually depend on your nationality.
Mhm.
So it is very important that you indicate your nationality correctly. And then here you have the admission rounds for the 25-26 academic year. And these are the rounds when Turkish students are eligible to apply. So for all bachelor's and master's degrees, you have 3 admission rounds. The first one is starting on December 19, and the third admission round is closing on April 3. You need to think that in order to have an acceptance letter in your hands, or in general know the outcome of your application, you need to wait around 5 weeks for bachelor's degree students. So we organize the rounds in such a way that you are, on time to apply for a visa. So even if you apply on the last admission round, you will receive your results, I would say, at the latest in mid-May, which is a good moment when to start thinking about applying for a visa and start looking for housing, as we said before. The thing is that for some programs, we might distribute a higher number of places in the first 2 rounds. So I always encourage students to apply for during the first and second admission rounds if they can, because they have more chances to get in.
Does it make sense to review what we were discussing in the beginning with visas because of the Turkish news, just as a reminder to anybody who joined later? We can maybe Hande or I can say it in Turkish. Konuştuğumuz konulardan biri tabii Türkiye'de gazetelerde dün gördüğünüz bir iki gündür yer alan vizaların kesildiği ile ilgili bir haber. Bunun yanlış olduğunu anlıyoruz. Çünkü bu sene sadece viza rejection rate'lerde yani red oranlarında %10 değil mi Hande bir oran gördüler ki biraz daha normalden yüksek. Onun haricinde böyle bir sorun olmadığını söylüyorlar. Sonra diğer counselor'lardan duyduklarımıza göre de bu ailelerin gelirlerini kanıtlama ile ilgili bir vize sorunu olduğu anlaşılıyor. Onun için basınımız başka zamanlarda da olduğu gibi tam olarak doğru bilgi size ulaştırmamış olabilir diye bir sonuç çıkardık kendi kendimize toplantının başında. There is another really good question about I'm assuming Güniz Uluçay, your question is the Turkish diploma. What would their GPA need to be based on, 1 to 100? What do you seek? If for instance, that is the question, I believe.
We don't have minimum CGPA requirements for bachelor's degree students.
Okay.
Because we have specific indication from our Ministry of University and Research. This is not permitted. So it is not permitted to set a minimum CGPA.
Yeah.
And it is not permitted to discriminate students according to the score that they get on the entry test. So this is why we don't have a minimum score.
And I did notice an IB and an AP criteria. Do you mind if we look at those? It was in the deck.
Sure.
Thank
Sure,
you.
absolutely.
That's super helpful.
Okay, so let's go back to...
I'm just in love with these questions. We don't have a huge group, but a very engaged and genuinely interested group. And I can see why this is, yani o Türk öğrenciler için çok iyi bir opsiyon. Çünkü gidenler de bayağı memnun. Çocuklarla yazışıyorum. Eğitim kalitesinden çok memnunlar şu anda. And the same person is asking if the SAT score would play a role. And I think you said, no, that would be discriminating, right?
With regard to the SAT, we still have a question mark, as Christina was anticipating to you a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that we are still deciding upon.
Okay.
So, for example, in the past years, we were admitting students with an SAT to of course, the bachelor's degree program of the economics and management area, because philosophy, international and economic studies has its own entry test, and as well as ancient civilizations for the contemporary world, and computer science, of course, as a different entry test. But when it comes to the programs in the fields of economics and management, for admission, we use either the TOEIC or the SAT.
Okay.
So until last year, we were admitting students directly if their SAT score was at least equal to 1,300. But we are discussing that, so it could be the same this year, or we can convert their SAT score in a TOEIC score using a specific there's a specific conversion formula that we use, which we'll of course post it online, so students know if it's more convenient, to apply with the SAT or rather take a TOEIC test and have better chances. So this is still to be decided, unfortunately.
They're asking if the application is instant if the score is over 1,300.
Can you please say it again?
They're asking if the application is accepted if the score is over 1,300. Automatically.
This is something that we still have to establish. Yeah.
I know I asked you to come to this page, but a clarification on the program-specific examinations that you have, like on your PPE-ish program, philosophy program. Are those subject matter expertise, or are they also testing for logic and critical thinking and in a very Italian style?
For philosophy, international and economic studies, you have a test which is made up of 80 questions. 50 questions will test your reading skills. So you will be presented a text, and then you will have 4 or 5 multiple choice questions where you need to choose the correct answer on the basis of what you have understood from the text. And it can be a newspaper article, could be a novel. So you could be presented with different kind of texts, and then you will have these multiple choice questions to answer to. So 50 points in total are for that. And then you have another section, which is going to test your general knowledge.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, so should we go through the requirements for IBDP holders? So it is basically sufficient to get a diploma because students must obtain 24 points in 6 subjects, 12 of which must be at higher level, and this is the minimum to obtain the IBDP. Of course, they must also pass theory of knowledge, creativity action service, and extended essay. And just to be very specific, students must obtain the IB diploma. So single courses are and like IB certificates are not considered. And if the school uses English as its only official language of instruction, then no English language certification needs to be provided.
And in Turkey, most IB programs will also oblige the school to offer the national curriculum. So it's rarely in English, but yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then we have this specific requirements for American high school diploma holders. So we ask students to also take at least 3 advanced placement subjects with a score between 3 and 5. And at least 2 of these APs must be related to the bachelor's degree program the student is applying for. And as a proof that the student has taken these 3 APs, we only accept the official College Board report. So the SAT cannot substitute the 3 APs. And students who don't have these advanced placement subjects, or they do not have like a good combination of subjects, then they can perhaps take the foundation year program. And here, last but not least, similarly, I don't know if you were also interested to the GCE.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So it works similarly to the American high school diploma. Students holding all the GCE must complete at least 3 A levels, and at least 2 must be relevant to the chosen area of study. We sometimes receive questions or applications from students who have the GCSE or IGCSE, but this is not sufficient to enroll in a bachelor's degree program, and not even to the foundation year program. So to enroll in the foundation year program, you need to have at least 1 A level if you have a GCE. And then you can compensate for the missing 2 A levels by completing the foundation year. Yeah. This is it.
That's amazing. And very good questions, I thought.
Yeah.
Any last minute ones before we conclude? I know it's late for everybody, especially in Turkey. I happen to be in Turkey today.
Here it's
So
7 o'clock, so good time.
Okay, well, with that, we can adjourn. I will stop recording. But we
Okay.
are so thankful for your presentation.